Where is the sludge? There's sludge here again. Where'd the acid zombie? I'm gonna have to bail as soon as the acid zombie shows up. Did the acid zombie get slimed? Or did he move somewhere else? There, it just happened again. This time I don't see any messages about the slime. Yeah, there's no sludge things anywhere nearby right now, though. Not happening just when there's one of the sludge things. I mean, there's no spaces with sludge around me. There's no sludge anything nearby. But it just happened again. Alright, we gotta get it back out of there. Just got multiple things going on that are really weirding me out. Problem I have is the site to view the build notes has been down for days now, so I don't have any idea what changes have occurred. Because the changelog site's been down, so the launcher hasn't been able to grab the info, and it is confusing the hell out of everybody that's not paying attention. I've had to answer the launcher's broken problem like a million times over the last couple of days. Launcher's not broken. The damn website where the changelog goes is not working or has been moved or something, so the launcher can't display the changelog info. Not the launcher's fault. The launcher's not broken. Launcher will still update your builds. You just can't see the changelog notes. And like I said, the website forum's gone too. I'm not sure where to look other than that one site. That's what I've been looking at for the longest time now. So let's go look at it again. Cataclysm, Matrix changes, Jenkins, and still down. Still nothing. So I don't know what's going on there. So maybe some change has been made to dodge. And that is now draining stamina. Which, if it's true, I got what I asked for. I'm perfectly okay with it if that's what's happening. That's what I begged for when I demonstrated how broken the dodge system was. Number one problem I had with it was that I could dodge 15 times a second and have 0 stamina loss. in a actual test I did, I dodged 15 times in 1 second, 1 round, and no stamina loss, which was ridiculous. Yeah, I saw the Counter-Strike change. That's not quite the same one. We encountered that, and that's separate. That's not what's happening here. I suspect it is the dodge thing, but I'm not 100% of that. Because like I said, even when I'm walking, look at that. I mean, I walk diagonally a step, and it recovers, but it's using stamina so much right now. And I'm not obviously dodging out here. I don't know, it's kind of hard to isolate. But something definitely has changed. Yeah, CDDA Mischief Maker is the Vorm versus Viewers event. Or unfortunately, I have to manually make whatever changes myself using the debug menu. Clunky, but we've managed it a few times, and I'm thinking of doing one later this month to celebrate the channel's 3rd anniversary and Zombie Dog's birthday. This place kind of worries me with what's going on right now. So far, I haven't seen electricity. It might be better for me to switch the boots of grounding for the rubber boots. Let's do that. Let's switch the boots of grounding for the rubber boots. So far, I haven't seen any of those shock plants, so... Alright, here comes the acid. Step off. Get off the acid. Oh, that's the shock zombie. So we're dodging the hell out of the shock zombie right now. I guess I could put the other boots back on while I just dodge him. Take off. Where? And kill him. Take off. Where? Still nothing fun on the ground? Nothing fun on the ground. There, Remgar. Thanks very much. What was I looking at? Military ID card. Right next to me. Along with a whole lot of other stuff. Ah, of course. There's acid in the chest. Here we go with the really weird timings when this corrosive zombie's in the area. Really? So we took that much damage in the arm. Slowed, lit up. So our focus is trashed again. I can't pain split. If we ever get our spellcraft up much higher, I might be able to pain split. But I can only raise, it only has one level. So the requires concentration, having your focus at 0 essentially when you come out of combat. I can't do anything about my hand encumbrance. Ooh, 10.4. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Ah, another acid zombie. What am I wearing? I forget. I've got the rubber boots on. Kevlar zombie is not going down anytime soon. Kill everybody else first. We're getting damage through on the crits, at least. I don't know why these guys continuously wander over here. They shouldn't be able to see me. Sound shouldn't be traveling that far from the combat. Nah, I switched the bracers. There's one on each arm. Yeah, there's only a set. The corpses that have CBMs is a set type. So you've got anything electrical related. So technicians, shock zombies, scientists, incandescent husks, bio-operators, cyborgs, things like that. So it's a known list. There's no reason to dissect anything that's not on the known list of types. Another ID card. I'm just not a big fan of the whole dissection process as it's been changed. Having it take 45 minutes to dissect, I think it changes slightly now due to some variants, but it's basically 45 minutes regardless of what your skill is. Then once you have it, assuming you succeed and actually get a CBM, you have to mend it, clean it, sterilize it, which takes a lot of processes. Then you can get it installed. So, I usually only bother to dissect a few particular types of zombies, and even then, the amount of times I actually go through the whole autoclave process to fully get them installed is pretty few and far between. See, why are these guys just running this direction? This doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand why I've got zombies continuously streaming to this point. The gun hasn't fired in a long time, so they're not coming to the gun. The noise from the combat only goes by 8 spaces. So where are all these guys coming from continuously? Why are they just streaming to this location? This is weird. Bracer, left arm. I don't know. It shouldn't be on both on the same arm. Everybody watched me move them. I moved them and then I double checked it. How they managed to both get back on the left arm, I can't answer. I got video proof showing that I switched one over. So something reset my my arms. That's the least of my worries right now. Dissector doesn't do anything to corpses. Dissector just does damage to live or moving things that step on it. Nah, the right arm damage is not from getting hit by zombies. That's acid. That was that corrosive zombie shooting me in the same spot over and over. Is it possible to start the world with static zombies? So static and dynamic is very old terminology that hasn't been used in quite a long time. It's wander spawns or wander groups now. So when you set your world up, you have wandering hordes. As long as this is set to false, then everything is static. So just don't turn that on, and you've got static zombies. It generates the world, generates the zombies. Once you kill the zombies, then no new zombies are going to appear. If you turn on wandering hordes, then some zombies can appear over time. But just leave this off, and that's essentially not having dynamic. Oh, that's true. I did. I forgot about that. That is my fault. So I did the get naked experiment after I put the bracers on. It's usually my fault. I just forget. Sometimes the game is broke, though. Every once in a while. Oh, hey, look. We got a necro in the area. I just got barfed on the torso. Is there a necro in the area? Right around a corner somewhere? And again, why are these guys just streaming into this room? I haven't seen anybody give me an answer for that yet. We got some really obnoxious problems going on that are really starting to piss me off. I'm willing to believe the stamina thing is something to do with changes to the dodge or something in the system. I got stamina issues. I think that time passage thing is the weird effects from the slime guys, even though I saw it happen a couple of times when I didn't have any of them around. But now I've got these guys just constantly streaming into this room for no reason I can come up with. I'm not yodeling the entire time I'm fighting. My torso's still corroding. Urgh. This is gonna take forever at this rate. Too much acid. It's just so much acid in the game world now. Yeah. Alright, fine. Go back up top. Wait for that to pass. I should probably wait things out. Get my focus back, pain split, and then poke my nose back in one more time. I'm starting to, again, not like this lab. I just dislike it. I dislike the way it's set up and the uselessness of 99% of the items that are in it. Yeah, let's turn the stereo back on. Pass some time. Try to anyway, while we're sitting on top of a lab. I exploited it too much, and now it's trying to get me. It's always trying to get me. Whether I exploit it or not. Yeah, you don't have an option on that side, Ramgar. If you turn wander spawns on, it will generate new zombies at the usually at the limit of the reality bubble outside of your line of sight nearby. Works fine. I don't know why people get hung up on the I don't like it spawning zombies nearby. Why? It's a zombie apocalypse game. Pretend they were zombies hidden under leaves that stood up after you had cleared the area already, or they wandered into the area. There should not be safe zones in a zombie apocalypse. You should not be able to fight for 5 minutes, clear an area, and then be absolutely permanently 100% safe forever and ever and ever. Amen. That is just really big dumb. I really dislike that. I think the negatives from wander spawns are less evil than the ridiculousness of having a easily made permanently safe zone when you don't have wander spawns. Are wander spawns perfect? Absolutely not. It has its problems. But I think it for players that know the game, and I'm very strongly prefacing that, once you are familiar with the game, don't struggle with the early game survival, and are looking for a way to make things interesting, turn on wander spawns. What are we up to? Focus 45, still too difficult. What else affects it? Just gloves, somatic, and concentration. Well, all I got on is rings. My hand encumbrance is primarily from the chitin, which I can't do anything about. The only thing I can really affect is just waiting for my focus to come back up. Nah, I get annoyed about constantly having people on the Discords talk shit about wander spawns and regale new players with horror stories of their base. All of a sudden a zombie popped up in a closet, or they went fighting and they came back and there were zombies in their base. I got thousands and thousands of hours of Cataclysm on YouTube. Anybody can go look at. Almost never happens. Almost never. I mean, yes, you can have some issues. There are some things that are a little wonky about it, but Having the occasional zombie pop up in an established base is absolutely no big deal. It's not spawning predators and hulks and so on. It's spawning level 0 basic zombies, even when that happens. So who cares? I almost never have a base, and you're telling me that after you have watched all 3,000 hours of my YouTube videos, not just attended the last 6 months or so where I haven't bothered to do a static base. Believe me, I've done every combination of everything many times. Many times. I know what I'm talking about. The behavior of the game, from a player's perspective, I'm extremely familiar with. I don't know the code, I don't know the math, I don't know the underpinnings of things, but how the game actually looks and behaves and reacts from a player's viewpoint, I know extremely well. And I've got more hours than I'm sure anybody else on the planet, or most multiples of everybody else on the planet over the last few years. I've been playing it like 30, 40 hours a week for 3 years now. I am wrong on occasion. Don't get me wrong. I do make mistakes like everybody. And it is a really big, complicated game. But I just get really annoyed when people trash the game's whatever setting or behavior, whatever. They make stuff up. All they're doing is passing along silly stories that they've heard other people or they've read. Nobody ever does any testing themselves in-game in their own test worlds. And they just pass that crap along, and it just annoys the hell out of me. I spend so much of my day correcting wrong wisdom that keeps getting passed down and passed down and passed down. The losing battle, but I try. Alright, what are we up to? 68? Can we do it yet? Hey, there we go. I gotta put that away. Let's put the other thing away, too. Alright, we have splitified the pain. I don't want to sleep. Can't sleep yet. Do we go in all messed up? Yeah, it's... I understand the whole argument about its immersion breaking. The problem is, you're just not... Everybody has their own tolerances. I have no problem if people don't want to play with wander spawns. I'm here to educate, not to force people to play one way or the other. I don't care. Play it however you find it is fun. I just want to make sure people understand how the game actually works, and they're not relying on things they've heard or read on the forums. And that whole thing about zombies in my base, oh my god, I cleared it. Again, so what? I mean, by the time you have a base and you're out running around collecting things and you come back to your base and you have to kill a little zombie or two, it ain't no big deal. The other thing is, generally, when you have wander spawns on and you're going to have a static base, all you have to do is do a perimeter check every once in a while, which is totally thematic and logical. Just every once in a while, once a day, once a night, whatever, go out and clear your perimeter. Walk around your area within, this range. Make sure there's no zombies, and you won't have any problems. After you've depleted the initial point pool for the wander spawn system, almost nothing shows up. It's a tiny trickle. So, makes perfect thematic sense to me. Like I said, I'm more offended by the permanent safe zone than I am by the thematic disconnect of, I cleared an area and it should stay cleared. I don't agree with that. I don't think an area still should stay clear in a zombie apocalypse. I think zombies should constantly be appearing out of nowhere. Not poof, right in your face, but it's like I said, do whichever you want. Just be aware of how it actually works, and that there are ways to mitigate that whole, I've cleared an area but zombies are in my base. I've demonstrated it many times on live streams on how it works and all that. The thing that always annoyed me and made me grumble in that is when I was when I was over in a forest spot like this, sitting next to a puddle, trying to wash my underwear. It's all I wanted to do, wash my underwear. Poof! Zombie appears from behind a tree over here and comes and gets me. I kill it, I start to wash my underwear. Poof! Zombie appears from behind a tree, comes and gets me. I stop it, I kill it, I try to wash my underwear. Poof! Zombie appears. Ugh, that drove me so nuts. So nuts. But I knew it was a possibility, and I usually explained that it was a possibility beforehand, and when it did occur, I would just explain what was going on, and one of the vagaries of the wander spawn system. But I have very, very, very few recollections of ever having zombies in my base when I came back from doing a run. And most of the time when I talk to people that have talked about that, here's what they considered their base. An entire mall. That was their base. They cleared it, and they were offended that zombies would just appear inside the mall, which was their base. That just makes me laugh. Be reasonable. A basement, a small single-story house, that's a base. A mall is not a base. That's a land formation. What to do? I still, as I said before, acid is my problem. We've got an easy solution for the, I think what I need is, an A and B C suit? Wait, it wouldn't let me wear it. It won't let me wear anything that's got a head covering. So I need something I can wear. The rubber boots protect my feet, but I got puked on my torso there. Yeah, mansion's too big as well. It was usually things like mansions, entire mansions. I mean, just huge areas that they would, in their head, decide is their base. Not like a house, one house, like here. They would say, I am the master of the zoo. All 9 of these spaces, basically an entire section of reality bubble is my base. Then they'd get all butthurt that zombies magically appeared in some corner of their base. Like, whatever. Again, when it does happen, it's not spawning hulks and predators and stuff like that. It's little tiny early zombies that, for players that know what they're doing, you should not be having any problem with when you're returning to your base. Let's go peek one more time. I'll give it one more try. Whoops, left the radio rolling. But again, I don't care how you play your game. It's a single-player game. Play it however makes it fun for you. I just want to educate. So make sure that if you've been told something, you trust the person that's told you, and or you've actually tested it or experienced it yourself. Turn on Wander Spawns. Play a game with Wander Spawns. I think you'll be surprised at how it does affect gameplay, but it does not have those horrendous issues that everybody shouts about on the Discord channel. Let's see, what's coming to get me? Hey, look! Kevlar Hulk and another acid. I'm still waiting. Anybody got any idea what's going on here? I understand. The gunfire's on occasion making noise and could be drawing zombies towards this location, but that's not really what's happening. So, I don't understand. The rest of the mysteries of the evening I'm fine with, but I'm having a problem understanding why these zombies are just continuously coming to this location. I've killed so many now. All the nearby rooms should be empty. They're coming from a long way away and still coming to this one little area here. Nah, I don't have Wander Spawns turned on in this world. I've been playing without Wander Spawns for the last few challenges just because. I mean, Wander Spawns on, off, it's really not a big deal for me. And I've been playing more closer to default world settings for a while now. I like to return to defaults every once in a while. So Wander Spawns are not turned on in this challenge. Elevator makes 1,000 noise? Well, maybe that's it. Maybe accessing the elevator is just rudely loud. If I could get the... See? That seemed to be one of those points right there where an extra turn went by. I think that's part of the dodge counter thing, where it's pulling points from the next round. Zombie Hollow with an acid nearby. That is a bad combination right there. Get held in place by the hollow from multiple spaces away, and then the acid pukes on you and you're standing in it. The standing in it part doesn't worry me. I got the rubber boots, but if he pukes on my torso, that's a problem. So, hopefully, this hollow is going to come around the corner. I'm going to manipulate these guys to keep these two, or well, I guess these 3, where I want them here. I don't think he can break this, but I could be wrong. Kill as many of these other ones as we can. Anything fun hit the ground? Still nothing fun. There's the acid on the ground. Alright, acid's down. Hollow's down. Whoops! Yep, he can break it. Alright. Yeah, this is why I get asked a lot by newer players. Should I go into this lab? No. No, you should not. These labs are pretty brutal for very little reward other than scientist CBM drops, possibly. Depending on what you're looking for. Everything is dependent, of course. If you need a lot of chemistry stuff, then maybe, but... Let's see. I could step down, let the Hulk in, then use the elevator so I can try to isolate him and then fight him. I'm not sure I can do enough damage to a Kevlar Hulk to actually kill him, though. 11.1 dodge might be enough to keep him from tagging me too often. Oh, the brute came with him as well. See, this could get pretty ugly. I gotta be careful here. Let's step out. Ditch the backpack. Get at least one more point of dodge. I'd rather not fight in the building where I've got walls all around me, because if they punch me, I don't take much damage except for when they punch me into a wall. 12.4 is pretty high dodge. He's not super likely to get a hit on me. I'm just not sure I can damage him either. I'm gonna go into the room with them. I stunned him. Yeah, there's the hit. We didn't take much in the way of damage, as you can see. So he is hitting me every once in a while. We took 3 whole damage. Oh, he did hit the wall. Or we did hit the wall. That's interesting. What is it that I've got going on? Is it all my arm, my internal armor is protecting me from the damage? I think that's what's happening here. I got, what, 8 points of protection on all body parts from my chitinous plate, so I think that's why I'm not taking damage from getting super punched by these guys. But, as you can see, I haven't touched him yet, so I don't think I'm likely to be able to kill him in hand-to-hand. He's just got too much... Too much! Yeah, we got a lot of protection. Now, we don't have the subdermal carbon filament. Oh, wait, yes we do. Forgot about that. It's under passive. Oh, we got a lot. We got a lot of protection. Bashing by 2, cutting by 4. So we're actually at 10 points bash protection on every body part, just straight up. We're just about immune to standard damage, standard zombies. It's just the acid really is the only thing giving me any kind of problems. If I can figure out some way of protecting myself from the acid, somebody figure out and tell me what's a good torso and leg and arm protection. I need like a suit. Something that doesn't have a headpiece, because I can't wear anything on my head. So I need a suit of something. Is it hazmat suit? A and B C. Does A and B C have a hood? Or is that gas mask also? Maybe it is the A and B C. I'll have to look. I'm wearing a survivor suit. We've got the survivor suit on, but that doesn't give acid protection. Survivor suit's not good for that. It's got acid protection of 1, not nearly enough. I think it's either A and B, C, or hazmat, so we'll see if we can find some hazardous waste sarcophaguses and check the storage rooms. So I'm gonna run around this guy and then get back out of here. He's not worth me killing, and this place is being too pesky. Till I've solved the acid problem, much as I would like to grab some CBMs, too dangerous. We can get killed by some of the stuff that's going on that I'm not understanding. Alright, we got a pretty good pile of ID cards at least, so no problem there. I failed to recover the bandages and the adhesive bandages. That's funny. Lightly damaged. At least we got the gauze. Alright, let's and we'll use the gauze. Not carrying any antiseptic with me? It's not a good thing. Well, I'm not really looking for physical protection, so whatever has the best acid protection. Because I've got just boatloads of physical protection against normal damage, which is all I really care about. So... Alright, we're fully healed up. We got food, focus is okay. I think we're just going to go ahead and take off out of here. Get traveling, find new locations that we can go do things at. The helicopter crash start. Very bad day seems easy. Well, it kind of depends. I mean, helicopter crash start, the only thing that's difficult about it is whatever your initial conditions are. As long as you can stop the initial bleeding and get the first healing done, there's nothing particularly difficult about the helicopter crash start. I don't remember if I've done one of those super recently, unless things have changed drastically with the helicopter crash start. Most of those are pretty powerful starts because you're playing army mans of various types, so depending on which one you pick of the helicopter crash starting classes, that's actually a power start. You get swarmed. Helicopter crash start has zombies nearby. I'm not sure which one you're doing. I don't remember one of the helicopter crash starts having zombies nearby, but there have been some new ones and some changes, so could be I haven't seen the current modeler version. But getting swarmed is usually just a matter of learning the movement system. Learning the stamina and movement system. That's the number one thing I want all new players to learn first. All about how stamina works, how run-walk works, and understanding that it's not important that you get ahead of the zombies. You only need to be 2 spaces away from the zombies, so maintain your stamina by only walking. Let the zombies trail along behind you if they want to, that's no problem. And then as soon as you find something you can use to break cover with, like a vehicle or a building or anything like that, that's when you turn sprint on. And you sprint to it so you can finally break contact with them. But if you just turn on sprint and run, you'll almost always get caught and get killed. That's a bad strategy. What you want to do, though, is walk. Something steps next to you, run for a couple of spaces, go back to walk. Keep doing that until you find some way of breaking cover. You had 100? You got something else going on there, Ramgar. I don't know what you've done, but if you've got 100 zombies, you've either got some kind of weird specialized crash site start, or some other setting is jacked way, way, way up. So you got something else going on. That's not how the helicopter crash start usually works. No way are you going to have 100 zombies anywhere nearby. Alright, let's get out of this area. So Diesel! Diesel has now risen back to the top of my need to deal with list. Yeah, there is the difficulty option surrounded start here. So, although it says if true, spawn zombies at shelters. So, I don't think that would do it. Or, unless it does it no matter what scenario you start, instead of just around shelters. I've never actually messed with this option. I do difficulty via different options than this one. I've never actually tested that one. Iron golems. Alright, where do we need to go? Straight? Not straight north, but north-north. And then either way around this way, or through the connection right up here. Alright, so north and west for a bit. Yeah, you've definitely got something else going on. Actually, let's do this. Stop. Stop. New game, custom character, my test world. Multi-pool, helicopter crash. Oh, let's be. Oh, just National Guard. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Mr. Tester, in we go. Oh, no. Mr. Testy. So, here's the helicopter crash start. No hundreds of zombies. So unless you're picking something else weird, I don't know what's going on. Because, I mean, I didn't even have any bleeding. All I did was bust my arm up a bit. No zombies anywhere nearby. So you have done something. Either a mod has made a change, or you've got some weird world setting or something. This is how the helicopter crash start actually starts. What you've done, I don't know. Can't tell you. Suicide our way out. Yeah, yeah. Only thing I can think of is that you had a helicopter crash start that puts you right on top of or right next to an airliner crash site. The airliner crash site has massive number of zombies attached to it. So, and it also spawns out away from cities. So if you had a helicopter start that just randomly happened to put you right in the proximity of an airliner crash, that then would account for 100 zombies being near you when you started. But the helicopter crash start by itself does not, by default, have anything like that. Whoa! Spearcat ran at me jumped in the vehicle. I mean, I saw the thing running at me from way over here. I was doing like, well, I'm only doing 16, but still, man, these things are fast. We're gonna counter him to death? Well, maybe if I turn in my mono blade. We'll get going straight. Nothing in front of me. And let go of the controls. Yeah. Kill that thing. Take the controls back. And keep on moving. That was quite the operation that Spear Cat did. Man. Thought I had successfully avoided him. I was wrong. Good thing we're ridiculously protected by all of our bionics and mutations. Alright, keep going this way. Even with 100 zombies nearby, depending on which types of zombies, you could probably even escape that, even if they completely surrounded you. I do a lot of demonstrations about maneuvering in crowded cities and things like that. If you haven't seen it yet, you might take a look at the tutorial live stream. Not the tutorial series, not my 3-year-old tutorial series, but I did a tutorial live stream. And it's a how to play the game from day one or hour one. And I talk about all the basics, but I also demonstrate how to day raid into a city and maneuver around the environments. And I just walk all over a city right in the middle of the day. And back then it was with the upgraded zombies that we don't have nowadays at the start. Then I demonstrate night raiding and what to watch out for and how to do it, all that kind of stuff. But learning how the movement system works and recognizing the dangers that various zombies present, which ones you got to worry about and which ones you can ignore, just takes time. It's just a matter of time and experience. But what will easily kill newer players, experienced players can a lot of times just kind of walk right through it. Which is one of the things I like about Cataclysm. It's very much a, the more you play, the more knowledge you acquire, the better you get at the game. Hey, research facility. Oh, I'm not going back in there. We had our fun there. Well, I'm kind of curious, what would... Oops. So the A and B C suit has got 7 acid. Oops. Hazmat has 9 acid. So the hazmat's going to be better. The problem is going to be that it does cover the head. So it is a full body suit, and you have to have a gas mask in addition, I think. Yeah, full gas mask for full protection. I think the A and B C was the same problem. And can be refitted, but I don't think there's a version of any of these that will fit mutated anatomy. And I'm still a little fuzzy on the whole restriction that my furry plate chitin puts on me, whether it's just flat no headgear at all, period, no matter what circumstance, or if I can still put mutated headgear on, of which I'm not sure there is any. Armor, head, XL Survivor Fire Mask. That's got 5 acid, but that's just a mask. That's eyes and mouth only. I think the XL Survivor hood is what we had looked at a while back, but problem is it's going to take me a week to put one together, and I'm not sure that I can actually wear it. I should probably summon one in just to answer the base question, because you can't really tell from the way the information is presented in-game. These are... oh, that's only acid 1 anyway, so that's not what I... XL pot helmet. Yeah, there's very little in the hat hood category. that is XL. So problem is the survivor wetsuit and the fire suit. I've got some of the fire suit stuff, but I've got mutated anatomy issues. So fire hood. Yeah, fire hood's got 5 acid, not too bad. I forget which ones that I have. Well, that's the problem. I don't know if it needs to be XL because my furred plate exits itself and is hardened, considerably restricting movement, granted, and boasts a fine coat of hairs that put feline whiskers to shame, which is awesome, but it doesn't mention here the other effects that it has. It actually, and this is where I run into the problem with the game details. So, when we go look at the mutation list on the wiki, for Spider, the furred plate, it says specifically, removes the ability to wear gear in the head location. Doesn't mention mutated gear specifically or anything like that. It just says removes the ability to wear gear in the head location. So I can't say 100% whether it's going to do that or not. I think I'm going to answer the question. Let's actually answer the question. Learning time. Stop driving. So, spawn item XL. What am I looking for? The XL survivor. Not the hood. XL pot helmet. I've forgotten. What was I looking for? Well, we'll test it with the XL Survivor hood. We'll see if it lets me put this on. So we have an XL Survivor hood. Yep, it'll let me fit it. So it doesn't mention it in the wiki, but apparently an XL will work. Alright, we're just going to leave that on the road here. Now that we know for sure how it's working. Survivor wetsuit. The Survivor wetsuit's not rigid, just like the Survivor suit's not. The reduction in the protection is fine. I'm not worried about the protection value. So yeah, switching to the wetsuit might be good. A lot of encumbrance. It's not bad. Problem is going to be, that one's no problem. For some reason the suit is still not modified for the proficiency system, but 5 days for the hood. So, spring suit or wetsuit, and ballistic gloves. Neoprene patches. Alright, well, we'll try to keep an eye out. Remind me if we find some place that's got something like that. I have no idea where I would get neoprene patches. Somebody asked the question earlier, I missed. If I ever fiddled with boats, it's even possible to build a floating base. I have not fiddled with boats. There's just not enough water stuff yet to interest me in fiddling with boats. I tried to do a water-based mutation run, and there just wasn't anything really to do. It helps a little bit that they've got the bridges in now, so boats can go under the bridges. But there's just not enough water-based activities or interesting things to for me to bother with yet. Proficiencies has been in longer than 2 weeks on the experimental branch. More and more of the tailoring system is being converted as time goes by. They're doing it in sections or chunks. It'll be a while before everything gets converted over. Howdy there, Ramgar. Thanks for the sub. Well, the antenna does... We looked at this. So, as long as it's fabric, we're okay. But the wetsuit should still be fine. Not rigid. We had multiple things that were causing some problems. Hard to tell from some of the circumstances just what is affecting things. Got so many combinations now with all the mutations we got going on. Alright, so where are we going? That hazardous waste we've already looked at, but I don't remember... I wasn't really paying attention to look for acid resistance at the time, so I think I'm going to stop by here one more time, and then we'll keep rolling north and we'll connect up to these networks up here. So, let's make a turn. I gotta be seriously looking out for some diesel. And some replacement wing mirrors. I think I'm on my 3rd or 4th set now. They're usually the first thing that breaks anytime I smash into anything.